So that, oh yeah, there's too much space above our heads. So it's gonna be more like, probably come a bit. Oh, great tea, that's me. Okay. Okay, well, thanks. I've got Atch's mum with me. We're having a coffee. Oh, we're having a tea actually. A cup of tea. And one English breakfast. I asked you guys on Instagram, I said, has anyone got any questions for Atch's mum? So I thought it'd be really funny to just hear a bit more about Atch's life growing up. This is Eleni, by the way. We're gonna go through some questions. We're gonna have our tea. Oh, thanks. The toast is just here. The avo on toast. Thank you so much. I've gone for avo on toast, and then he's got toast. Questions for Atch's mum. Right. Do you have any other kids?
I do. I've got 3 children.
Yeah.
So I think you're so quiet, but it's just I'm loud. I'm coming in closer.
Yeah,
that's
it. Yeah. Right. I've got 3 children. I've got another son.
Yeah.
Not much younger than Abila. I had 2 children close together, and then I've got a daughter.
She's beautiful. Whenever I put her on my Instagram, people are like, wow, she's so gorgeous.
She's lovely inside and out.
Inside and out.
She is lovely.
Yeah.
So,
what was your first impression of me?
well, I knew you from when you were little.
Yeah.
Very cute, real cutie pie. And I always thought you had the hots for the house, really. The way you used to sit and talk to him and look him in the eyes. And, it was cute. It was cute. And I knew you were friends, so it surprised me how long it took for you guys to actually get together.
Really?
But I think that's good because you both had different experiences in life. And I think you came together at the right time. It was your time to get together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Yeah. If you'd have got together younger,
might not have worked.
No.
Did you feed Atch anything besides ice cream when he was growing up?
Of course I did. He did love his ice cream. That little video on Husband Who when he was little.
Oh yeah, because I love it. Yeah. I'll put it in here.
Ice cream. Why? Because I love it.
It's like because I love it, and he had a very deep voice. Big tight voice.
Because I love it.
Yeah, and that we could bribe him. Do that? No, I won't give you any ice cream. And do it straight away. Very easily bribed.
Do you love ice cream too?
I love good quality ice cream. I wouldn't
like
waste,
a gelato.
I wouldn't waste my calories on any old ice cream. My auntie makes really good ice cream, so homemade
from
ice
scratch.
Cream, from scratch.
Auntie Nina?
Yes, Auntie Nina.
I've spoken about her before.
Yeah.
I'd love to get her on the show.
Yeah, she makes. Yeah, get an ice cream.
Yeah,
cheesecake.
Video.
Cheesecake. Oh my god. Amazing.
Was Atch always a prankster / joker?
Yes, I suppose he has. One Saturday, I was on my own in the house. All the children had left home now. In the kitchen. It was dark. I was cooking some food for my husband. He wasn't going to come home till a couple of hours later. He snuck into the house, hid behind the door in the kitchen, and then when I came in the kitchen, he jumped out. I actually couldn't breathe.
He's done quite a few of those pranks on me, and then we used to post them online, but I was getting told that was bullying, so we've actually stopped because it's not bullying.
No,
it was always in jest. Yeah. He's a joker, guys.
He's got so much love for me. I wish for a better son.
Did you ever see Leah and your son getting together? No, me neither. No.
I thought you were just really, really good friends. But maybe that's the base of a good relationship, maybe, being good friends.
A lot of people say that. They say, like, people that start as friends, often it lasts.
When you did get together as friends to chat, you were together for hours.
Yeah.
Just chatting.
Yeah. We meet up in London or in the Midlands.
Yeah, but even if there was a family do or whatever, you would, just be chatting.
Do you adore Leah as much as we do?
I'll leave you guys to guess.
Yeah,
it didn't take me long.
We clicked.
And I don't. Yes, I take my time, don't I?
Yeah.
No, I think she's great. They're both great. They're both looking to have each other and to find each other.
How do you feel about having a famous son? Famous.
Is he famous? I don't know.
I told Eleni the story the other day that one of our viewers spotted Atch, but didn't go and say hello at the station in London, in East Croydon, and she was like, "No way, really?" And then I told Atch, I was like, someone spotted you today. And he was like, damn, that would have been amazing. I was with my colleagues. Like, that would have been amazing if they came over.
I think it's cute. It's nice.
Yeah, it's cute. How did she raise such a brilliant middle child? That is funny.
It's hard work. Being a parent is hard work.
Yeah.
You can't take things for granted. You
No.
have to put the effort in for them to turn out in a way you would like for them to turn out. You can't just let it just happen and hope.
You've got to
You
put the
can,
work
but
in.
You have to put the work in.
It's something I've never even thought about. I think like, oh, one day I'll have kids. Fingers crossed they come out okay and then they're not horrible people. But you've got to put the work in.
I put the work in. I was strict. I was a strict mum.
Yeah.
Insisted on manners when they
Yeah.
left the table.
Yeah.
Please may leave the table. Thank you for the dinner. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Even when we took them out with their dad,
Yeah.
we went to the cinema. They'd all get back in the car and then they'd make a game of it.
That's nice.
Like, thanks mum, thanks dad, and they'd like race between the three of them. Who got in there first to say thank you, and
That's
being
nice.
grateful, I think it's really important because we were able to give our children, a good life. They had a nice home,
Yeah.
food. I know it's a
Good food, beautiful home.
Yeah, we live in a lovely little place.
By the way, I was making funny faces during that, and it's not because of the story, it's because I poured my tea and it was a horrific colour, and I'm appalled at my own tea, lack of tea. Yours doesn't come out great either.
Mine's perfect.
You
Mine
like it
is-
quite milky, don't you?
No, that's perfect. For me, that's perfect.
Pause. How did Atch tell you he was dating Leah? I've never asked you this story, but I've got something to add about this context, so you go first.
I think when you get to my age, you don't really have much of a memory. So actually,
Remember?
I can't really remember. It wasn't a big deal. I think he came home
Yeah.
and just said, I'm had quite a few dates with Leah. We kept it quiet on purpose because we didn't want the pressures of the family, which I think was
Very sensible.
absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And the first question I asked him was, "Are you happy?" And he said, and he's got a gorgeous smile. Like
Yeah.
This is very.
That's
So
nice.
that's it. That made me happy. That's it.
So I remember when I said, by the way, I've told my mum, and he went, are you joking? And he was like, where's my phone? And I was like, what's going on? He was like, I need to tell my mum before the news gets there.
Yeah, on the bongo
because
drums.
if anything gets there, it's not nice that he hasn't told you.
Yeah, I would have been really upset.
So, like, to just find out in
Second-hand
passing.
news or
Yeah.
second-hand news,
Yeah.
No, so it's lovely. They've got really old-fashioned respect,
Old-fashioned
and I
respect.
like that. Really
Yeah.
chivalry, old-fashioned respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wanted to see my reaction, telling his mum.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this is nice.
What, he said it in face to face, that's nice. Yeah. Was Atch a good kid or a bad kid?
He wasn't a bad kid.
Yeah.
Try and be really kind. He was hard work. It's hard work. A lot of energy. Hell of a lot of energy. Attention. He did a lot of attention all the time.
Yeah.
Do you find that now? Do you find that no? Well, that's good. So I had all that.
The hard work?
Yeah, I actually sent him to preschool a year early because I physically and mentally couldn't cope with him, really. So
Was it behaviour?
his behaviour was naughty. He didn't do destructive things.
He's a little joker.
But he was a joker.
Yeah.
He used to get everything out. Just a normal child, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you always known it would be Leah? I think we already covered that.
No,
No.
I didn't know.
Has he really always loved ice cream? I think we covered that as well because we got the baby's
We've
videos.
got the baby's videos out.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Always has.
Yeah, he always has liked the ice cream. Like we have those Mr. Whippy vans
Yes.
come round.
A lot of our American viewers don't actually know what the ice cream Mr. Whippy
Yeah,
vans
Mr. Whippy
are.
vans.
I put a picture up on Instagram, like a 99p cone.
Yeah.
People were like, what's that?
So when they used to come down our road,
Yeah.
sometimes I'd go out with a bowl.
Oh,
a
fill up the
Pyrex
bowl.
bowl, and then you'd fill up the bowl with the
flakes, and then they
come
scoot
round,
out.
yeah, and then to try and make it a little bit more healthy, you could put a little bananas
Fruits.
in there and a bit of fruit. So
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
like
he's
that.
always liked it ever since he was.
That's amazing. Tell us one embarrassing or goofy or surprising thing about Atch. And I think this is going to be the last question, guys. So have you got any embarrassing stories? You've got a funny one that you told me yesterday, and then I said that I used to do that when I was a kid.
Oh, I'm allowed to say that.
Actually, I don't know. No, let's not do that one. Goofy or surprising story about Ash? I think, I mean, it's not mine to answer, but the fact that when he's so ill, he doesn't tell anyone, and he just, that's so, like, weird.
Yes. One morning, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I could hear a kerfuffle downstairs.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I'll go downstairs and see what's happening. And he'd come back to live with us at that point.
Yeah.
It was in between jobs. And went down, and there was a paramedic downstairs. And he was all on the monitors, and this is what's going on. He says, oh, I just had like palpitations, Mum, and I didn't want to wake you up. So I Googled what was going on, and he thought I'd better bring the paramedic.
Yeah.
And
he was so
ridiculous.
calm.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the paramedic said, like, do you want to go to the doctors? Or I went, absolutely not. You are,
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You are going to the hospital.
Oh, right.
So off we went to the hospital.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to put people out. He likes to.
He doesn't want to be a burden or on anyone.
Yeah. It's not a typical male, is it? But then his father's like that, so
Yeah.
learned behaviour.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. If Hatch ever gets some sort of heavy symptoms, he would just downplay it and be like, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you so much for doing this. Cheers.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks Atch's mum and Lenny for joining.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. What a pleasure. Right, we're going to go do some shopping now. See ya.